Arjuna uvacha nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava. Joy, real joy, feeling the chapter 18, Prince Arjuna. Arjuna says, Saloni says, Nico says, Jignasa says, Anita says, Vivek says, Nashta moha. My confusion is clear. This is a sister verse of chapter 2, verse 7. That was one of our critical verses, I believe the first of chapter 2, verse 7. Prince Arjuna states with tears of sadness, Prichami Tvam, I am asking you, Dharma Sammudha Chetaha, I am asking you because I am confused about what I'm supposed to do, who I am. Now this has been cleared. From 2:7 to 1873. And Puja Swami Tejomayananda shared with us, this shows the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. It is about moha and clearing this confusion. Lots of people interpret this and that about the Bhagavad Gita, but really Shri Krishna starts because Prince Arjuna shares he's confused, and now when he checks in with him, are you confused? He says, I'm not. So if you ever feel confusion, and that's me being gentle, if we ever feel confusion, when do we feel confused is clear is the real orientation. The Bhagavad Gita works. The utility is immeasurable, it's indescribable. Smritir labdha, I know who I am. I know what I'm supposed to do. How did all of this happen? What? Prasada, Mayachyuta, Shri Krishna, you are the one who never forgot. By your grace, I have become clear. A term to describe Shri Krishna or divinity is Mayapati. Mayapati means the master of confusion. And what was the completion of the Bhagavad Gita? Surrender to Mayapati. Maya can visually be described as a cage, a net. Now, if I have a net and I'm throwing it to catch that, where is that net not falling? At my own feet. So anyone who surrenders is at the feet of Mayapati. They're not caught in this confusion. It is only through His grace that our confusion can be cleared. We can't do it on our own. Stitosmi gata sandehaha. I am established in life, in existence, awareness, joy, and there's no doubt, there's no mixed understanding about this. I've shared with all of us through Meaningful Mornings ways that we can tune into what we finally are. When you live in the present, that is training to feel the presence. There is more than the present. When you start to observe, there's more than that. You start to feel awareness. It doesn't matter what's happening in the past, present, and future. You are different. It doesn't matter how disorganized that is or how organized this is. You are different than the organized, the observed. Prince Arjuna's individuality was confused. Prince Arjuna's nature was never confused. How I practice this is I forgive myself for my wrong thoughts and wrong words and wrong actions. Vivek's ego is engaged in the wrongness, not Vivek's nature. And that helps me to forget my individuality. And now completing this quarter, Prince Arjuna has engaged in flight. He's engaged in freeze. Now, Karishye, I will do vachanam, your guidance or your words, tava, that you have shared, that you have said. He has surrendered his free will to God's will. Shri Krishna is naturally guiding him to engage in dharma and seva. And Prince Arjuna said, yes, this is what I will do in a practical way, because this may be too philosophical. Pujya Chinmayananda has written so beautifully. To surrender ourselves to our own higher intellect and to declare confidently and with faith, I shall do thy bidding, is the beginning and the end of all spiritual life. If you can't feel that you are Shri Krishna, at least feel that your intellect is Shri Krishna. Surrender. Feel this. And in verse 73, Prince Arjuna begins to describe his transformation. He has followed the journey to joy. He is joy now. His journey is complete. He shares in the first quarter, Nashto moha smritir labdha. I remember what I am, and so I'm not confused. As Prince Arjuna is sharing this, there's such a change from chapter 2, verse 7, where he's crying out of dejection. Now he's crying out of delight. He knows what he is. He's not the verb that is living. He is the noun that is life. Tvat prasadat maya achyuta. What I've changed into is only because of you. Shri Krishna, it is your grace. I've shared with you countless times. Grace is felt as guidance. This is what Shri Krishna is gracing Prince Arjuna with guidance. This guidance is using this path to peace, and then you don't need the path. Putting this in a visual way. We are to use Om, the waking state, the dream state, the sleep state, to realize what's beyond Om, and that is awareness. Once you know your awareness, you don't need Om then. Prince Arjuna's path is complete. He's not pursuing peace anymore. He is peace. Titosmi gata sandehaha. I'm beyond my inner world. He's no longer thinking about joy or peace or what he is. He is being this. Sandeha means to have a doubt. It means the inner world is still operating. He's beyond this. Karishe vachanam tava. I will do as you have guided. The teaching on surrender means you will follow. Prince Arjuna has surrendered to Shri Krishna, which means he's going to follow Shri Krishna. You can't surrender and then not follow. Those are not aligned.